Hey there, James and class. Today's lecture summary is going to be about emotion and motivation, which is our most recent unit. And to start off with, we learned about Maslow's triangle and the different of the 5 sections in it, which are the biological needs of a human, like shelter, sex, food. And then there's safety or security, how you feel in a space. And social is the next category, which is like our interactions with others. And then self-esteem is after that, which is how you feel about yourself. And after that is self-fulfillment or actualization. And it's interesting because when you look back at yourself, you notice how this pyramid has either the right correlation of categories or some can be swapped, interestingly enough. After that, we learned about these Kinsian studies, which were back in the 40s and 50s. And Kinsian mostly studied sexual events, but he found that sex could be used as a drive or motivator for a person, and it'll alter their actions in order to fulfill that desire. After that, we watched a video on David Eagleman again, and he had a patient sit in front of a screen and look at people's eyes, basically, and try and tell how the person in the image was feeling at the time. And he noticed that, for the most part, they could tell and guessed it pretty right, but then he injected Botox into their faces, which paralyzed their muscles so they couldn't, quote unquote, mirror the person in the image. Now, this led to a misconception, and the patients couldn't understand what the person in the image was trying to express because they couldn't mirror the expression, which is interesting because you wouldn't really think you'd mirror someone else's expression to understand what they were thinking. But apparently we did, according to David Eagleman. After that, we learned about a bunch of motivation theories and gave presentations on them in class. And then we learned about food and sex and how similar they are on why we participate in those activities of eating or having sex. And as far as our list went, there was only 1 or 2 things that were different, but all of the others could still be used in the other category, like pleasure, boredom, culture, competitions. It's kind of crazy when you think about it. But yeah, that's the lecture summary for emotions and motivation. Thank you very much.